Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Really excited for today's video. It's a beer courtesy Hot Butcher for the world. Thanks so much, Hot Butcher. I really appreciate it. And this is Pneumatic Tube Room, like, in a office building or whatever, where they get the mail and then they have to sort in, and they put in the tube and it gets shot up. So it's appropriate can art for that. I love it. I always love his artwork. Dan Jetz is the man. So this has Nectaron, Mosaic, and Eldorado. It's a regular IPA at 6.75% ABV. At time of review, it is 3 weeks old. To the day. No, almost to the day. Meet me in St. Louis. Don't look at the tasting notes, but the reason it says at the bottom is it's a collab with Perennial. It's pretty rad. All right. Yeah, I've really, I know I say in a lot of the, if you watch a lot of my Hot Butcher reviews, I know I've been saying this, but I've really enjoyed the switch to not looking at the tasting notes ahead of time, seeing what I get first and how we compare, and if we're using maybe different notes to explain the same thing, different words to describe the same notes, or if it's like, man, I didn't pick up on that, but now I do, or actually I still don't get it. Anyway, kind of like that. So this is orange. There's yellow, but it's definitely like more orange than yellow. At least, again, the way the lighting is, it might be different on camera. But the way I'm seeing it, it's not like 90% orange, 10% yellow, but it is, majority orange. There's not much left at this point. I didn't even really clock it, if I'm being honest, when I poured it, how much was there. Minimal legs. Lacing doesn't stick around for too long. But yeah, it definitely looks like, New England style IPA, somewhere in that realm. Not surprising. Let's get to the aroma. That is lovely. I'm getting a lot of pitted fruit, which makes sense. And I know part of it's just the name Nectaron, but it makes me think things like nectarines, but also peaches, maybe even some mango in there. Relatively ripe. It's not overly ripe fruit. It's like pretty darn ripe though. What's interesting about this is I'm not getting a big orange note, and I know I'm not the only person, but like I almost always get a big orange note in beers like this. So that's kind of cool and different. Nondescript melon. It's like green tea. There's like a little, like it's very fruit forward. There's like just a little bit of like this green tea, like plain green tea. Yeah, that peach is getting more intense, but it's interesting. It's making me realize that Citra, the peach I get in that is usually like a little bit more intense and then into like the peach ring thing versus this one, but it's still peachy. There's something else, but it's fruit. It's just something I can't put my finger on. But yeah, it smells fantastic. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Hot Butcher. Nice level of bitterness. Easily drinks like an IPA versus, double. There is some sweetness there. But yeah, definitely nice, really nice bitterness. It hits earlier than I thought it would. And it was like a really pleasant surprise that way. Man, that's hitting where I want it to. And yeah, I'm getting a good mix of that apricot, then unripened peach, unripened mango. So the aroma was a little sweeter than the taste is. Right, I still got to go right now with nondescript melon, which Eldorado can kick out like watermelon, but like it's not watermelon to me. It's just, if anything, it'd be closer to like a honeydew, but it's kind of still like not exactly like that. But that's the closest tasting note I can think of, and it's pretty darn close to what I'm tasting. There is a little earth thing. I think that was the green tea in the aroma, but it's not green tea on the taste. But there's like a little something like like quote unquote beery about it as well, which again, like this is just hitting really nicely. I'm still not getting orange, but I am getting like this lemon grapefruit thing. Almost like if there was a hybrid fruit of those two, because it's not 100% lemony and 100% grapefruity, but it's like a little bit of both somehow mixed together, which is kind of cool. A little different citrus that way. And yeah, just like the aroma, there's this other fruit, which again is one of the reasons I like waiting to do the tasting notes, is hopefully one of the tasting notes is the thing I'm not quite picking up on. Interesting. Their first thing is juicy citrus. I'll wait to comment. Candied berry, light floral. So I'm thinking that green tea aroma, earthy thing in the taste. I wouldn't go quite floral because, to me, again, it was more of like a green tea, but it's got to be the same flavor and aroma that we're talking about. The juicy citrus, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I didn't say orange, because this, to me, is not an orangey beer. But I definitely got two different kinds of citrus. Again, this, like, interesting, cool mix of the two. So, like, I totally get that. The candied berry, that's what I'm going to go in one more time on. Is that the thing I wasn't getting? Now, they don't mention any stone fruit like I did, which I think is interesting. I mean, Mosaic, I don't know. I haven't gotten a ton of berry out of Mosaic. A couple recently reminded me. Actually, one of them might have even been a Hot Butcher beer. So I've had a couple reminders. One of them I think was Abominations. Mosaic was Into the Fog, Walk Into the Fog. To me, it's more of like grape skin. They're saying, do they say dank berries? Candied berries. To me, nothing about this beer is candied. But I think that berry note from them actually helped me identify what I'm perceiving it. It's grape skin. It's not the sweetness of, it's like when you first, get it into your mouth, before you bite it and get all the, what you think grape is, it has that, like that grape skin thing. I think that's the thing I'm getting. I think it's pretty clear I like this beer. It's, again, just the bitterness. It drinks like a beer in a lot of ways. It does scratch a little bit the New England, new school IPA stuff, but especially given the hops that are in this, it actually just very much drinks like a beer. Like if my wife tried this, I think she'd be like, this tastes like a beer, and it has, like an IPA beer, but it's not like the juiciest thing ever, but it has some of that. So it's almost like that Midwest kind of a thing-ish style IPA. So like, is it good? Yes. Does it drink like a beer? Yes. And the third thing, is it different? Yeah. And I really dig it. So yeah, this is awesome. Let me get that way. But yeah. Have you had this beer before? Have you had any beer with these three hops mixed together in them? Something else you want to talk about, unrelated, which might be kind of weird, but go ahead. Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both of those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.